Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, it's Friday. Friday. Oh my goodness. What a night, what a night. I have to tell you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do some technical stuff here real quick. I'm hearing myself double time. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's early. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Rainy Day. I was born this way. I am a psychic medium out of the great state of Nevada. It's not Nevada, and it's Coffee with a Psychic Medium. Today I have my Nevada cup. Nevada, it's not Nevada, it's Nevada, people, from the beautiful city of Las Vegas. I'm a generational psychic medium. I have that movie Sixth Sense. That's me, but I had support from this beautiful lady back here. My grandmother, they called her Oz because literally she was the great and powerful Wizard of Oz. If you've ever seen that movie Practical Magic with the two aunts, I don't know, I said aunts, we say aunts, two aunts. She was that way. She was educated. Her father was actually my great-grandfather, governor of Nevada. We were not wackadoodles. We were just normal people, successful, educated. And she was like that person in Practical Magic, the two aunts, where people wouldn't say they would come to see her for help and healing. What I love about her, she was so healing. She was just so incredibly tuned in to the world around her. And she taught me so much. I mean, from the time I can remember, she always led me down the right path and told me, honey, my beautiful Rainy Day, that really is my name. My middle name is Ann. Had a moment of coherency, I guess. I was born in the 60s. I don't know. It was the purple haze. I don't know. But she would always look at me and say, Rainy, but you are normal. It's the other people that are not so normal. And you have a gift. So just surrender to that gift, love and enjoy that gift. Welcome, Kanika. Welcome. So for you guys, as I'm talking about, what I do is I have predictions that Spirit downloads to me. And, I want you guys to do your research. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, throw it away. Don't take my word for it. Please go out there and research. Do your own research. If you have any questions, post it here. Make sure that you like and make sure that you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more pop-ups, a lot more, got a lot of stuff coming. Yesterday, I had two really great successful meetings about my business future. Yesterday, I popped on and said that Spirit Academy, unfortunately, my baby that I built from the ground up is going away. And I am transitioning over to rainyday.com. Finally was able to obtain my domain name without going bankrupt. So rainyday.com, I'm going to start building that and focusing on my mediumship abilities because they are on fire. And Sandra, welcome. She sent me a picture of her beautiful mother, Nadine, who definitely, I believe, is on the other side. And I'm looking at her picture now. I'm going to be tapping into her today. So if you guys have someone who has departed, someone that you want to share, even alive, if you want me to do a reading on a live person, I connect with pictures. I'm a visual person. Send me their picture to hello@rainyday.com. I love that. Hello. Little cup of coffee here. Well, welcome. Let's get into it. Now, guys, this is all cautionary. When somebody tells you a prediction, like on Tarot Tuesdays with the beautiful Michelle Tell, the Signs of Tarot, look her up, get a reading with her. She is the most amazing tarot reader I've ever met. She and I do Tarot Tuesdays where we take your astrological sign and we tune in to career, love, and the energy surrounding it. And last week was the Chariot from the Major Arcana. When we talk about this stuff, Michelle, here in my head, keeping it real, we tell it like we are getting that information, and we try to provide you with as much details and identifiers as possible. But I want you to, when we give those predictions, just like today, I want you to see if it resonates, if it feels right for you. If it doesn't, throw it away. And that's why I'm kind of repeating this today. I have to tell you, I've felt this for some time off and on, and I spent some time in Alaska working. In my prior life, I was in the construction industry, very successful and loved it. And Spirit had different plans for me. And in 2018, pretty much kicked my butt and said, "You will do this full time." And voila, here we are, rainyday.com, Spirit Academy, my baby Spirit Academy going away. But in Alaska, they have this, and I want you guys to Google it. They have this massive, and it looks like antennas, and it looks like a whole bunch of electrical wires connected together. And it's to study the atmosphere. But, conspiracy theorists and theorists that, like we talk about Area 51 here in Las Vegas, aliens, well, it's that same kind of conspiracy up there. But I don't think it is a conspiracy. They think that the US government, with that facility, oh my God, I can hear my son, in this facility, God bless you, Cannon, I love you, sending you love, manipulate the weather. Now, we've had some pretty wonky, crazy weather, and a lot of people talk about global warming. I have a whole other theory about that. I mean, remember, the Earth was once frozen. Maybe the Earth is evolving. Maybe. Could we take care of it better? Yes. COVID taught us that, because for the first time in how many years, you could actually see what's in the water. Crazy, right? But it's funny because I'm feeling that China is starting to manipulate the weather, which is not a good thing. And if I went outside this morning, I wake up pretty early. Spirit wakes me up to receive these downloads and get ready for my day and try to live this moment, be present, be grounded, find that gratitude, raise my vibration. Because tomorrow, being a medium, I work with a lot of deceased people, and always their message is life is precious, life is short, and life is shortening. So I went outside and I looked up at the sky, and our sky today looks overcast, but it's got this beautiful light blue and purple hues in it. And I want you guys to just go outside when we're done here or now. Go outside and breathe in the moment. Ground yourself into Mother Earth and be present. Raise your vibration, close your eyes and find one thing you're grateful for. And it could be just as simple as, I love so much, and I am so grateful for this cup of coffee. And it's really that simple, but it immediately raises your vibration. And I want you to start looking at the changes in your atmosphere, where you're at. And I just want you to say a little prayer, because consciousness is huge right now. More and more people are becoming aware of that collective consciousness. That's another thing that we're going to talk about in a minute. Go out there and just say a little prayer that we don't destroy us. The earth is going to be around. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I truly believe that the earth is evolving and going through its natural change. Do we kind of make it kind of not as healthy as it should be? Yes. But when you go out there today, just go into that consciousness, that third eye, and go up into the atmosphere with your consciousness, and just say a little prayer. Say a little prayer that we as human beings, specifically right now, the US and China manipulating the weather, my opinion, that we don't destroy ourselves. Because even though I'm 60 and my life is 3/4 of the way over, and it doesn't make me stop wanting more for future generations, is what I'm saying. I have this beautiful Nadine looking at me. So she just keeps kind of like gently. She's just so full of so much love. She's a gentle soul. Keeps saying, okay, am I up? Am I up? Just a minute, Nadine, we'll get to you. I also want to talk about the Middle East. Oh my gosh. So I've been to Israel a few times because I worked at a very beautiful, at the time it was cutting edge solar energy And the company that I work for, Bright Source Energy, built the first of its kind, largest in the world, with Obama stimulus money out at Prim, Nevada, and it's using mirrors to reflect the sun. They were called heliostats, to reflect the sun on a solar boiler, creating the heat from the outside in rather from the inside out, and powering Southern California. It was just beautiful. Well, because I worked for that company, I got to go to Israel. And I don't care what you think. This is not a political thing. I love the people of Israel. They're just so real. Um, First time I was there, here I am, this little American. We have to be very kind and nice, right? We have to be respectful, right? Well, they get in each other's face and they yell at each other. And they're like this far from each other's face, screaming. They're so passionate about what they believe in. Can I tell you, they don't sit and watch TV. They get out and explore. They get outside, they take vacations, they read. They're not like we are. And I love that about their culture. They take life very seriously and they cherish it while we don't. Well, I was so grateful to go over there. I just have a whole new concept and feeling because I went through the old city and I felt every moment of every time that I was there when I went through Tel Aviv and just absorbed, and I loved it. I loved it. And can I tell you right now, with the new prime minister in Israel, he's not as strong as Netanyahu, just not because of anything I've read or seen, just what spirit is showing me. And I'm really, really scared that the Middle East is going to go into turmoil again, once again. Cultural based, ideologies, you cannot change an ideology. It's like, and I'm not picking on Catholics. I'm not picking on you, but sometimes we are indoctrinated, and I'm using Catholic, could be any religion, as an example, where you go to church every Sunday and you have a human being preaching to you and telling you that you're a natural born sinner. Oh, gotta have coffee now. It has its place and its purpose, but to be indoctrinated into these ideas, you're never open to anything else outside of that. And that scares me. Well, the Middle East, same thing. They are born thinking a certain way rather than looking up into the sky, into the ether, and understanding that universal consciousness that we are all one. And what are they fighting for? Ideology, land, space, not being able to coexist, kind of like what the United States is going through right now. We are in such a divisive, 60 years of my life, and I've seen some amazing things. Walking on the moon. And yes, they had color TV people when I was little. That was before me. It wasn't all black and white. You only had one, or you just listened to the radio because no, I'm not that old. Oh, I need more than coffee for that one. Where's some whiskey? Put some whiskey in here. I've seen a lot. I've seen, the 60s disco. Oh my God, thank God that's over. The 80s. Oh, thank God that's over. But I've seen so much. Cell phones, artificial intelligence scares the hell out of me from a spiritual side. To me, that is more powerful than nuclear bombs. I'm frightened of AI, artificial intelligence. That's a whole other thing. But what scares me is we are so divided in the United States. To me, I equate it, we aren't at war with each other, but we are. Are we killing each other? Yes. This is the Middle East as well. It feels like our world is in such an upheaval. And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Nadine. My response to that, and Spirit is telling me, like I said last Friday, we need to unplug and we need to raise the vibration of our little world, because it's like a chain reaction. The more that I reverberate, I have some of you listening here right now, this little message, and it just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And let's collectively just go out every morning, look up in the sky, feel it, see it, say a little prayer, go up into that consciousness, that universal oneness, and let's just connect. Let's just connect and say a prayer for our world. Is just so stupid what we're doing to ourselves. Humans have not evolved. Look how far we've come from caveman. I don't know that we've evolved all that much. And it's it's kind of saddening to me, as I get ready and prepare for this last leg of my life. I am really understanding how precious life is and what really matters. So, you know what? Start journaling. After you do that, come inside and journal for just a minute. And I want you to ask yourself, what really matters to me? And then look at it. Is it material stuff or is it spiritual growth? Is it human wants or is it spiritual growth, spiritual needs? Please really be mindful of that. That's what we're being called to do. In the US, how we're aligning right now just scares me. It just scares me. It frightens me to death. I'm really worried about Iran. I'm really worried about that whole area. And so, tune out of it. Try not to tune into it. Don't read about it in the newspaper. Don't watch the news. I watch the news for the weather only. I am so sick of hearing the news because I want to decide for myself, because I don't trust any of the news anymore. I don't trust a lot of our elected officials anymore. Me as a person and a spiritual person, spirit has been telling me, unplug, make up your own mind. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to a psychic. Go out there, take that idea. If it resonates, learn all you can about it, and then make your decision and go forward from there. Oh, here's another thing. By doing that, by the planet, here's one great thing. We are raising the vibration of this planet. Those of us who are working on that consciousness, being more conscious and going up into that collective consciousness, that universal oneness. What it's doing is it's pinging us to start remembering our early childhood, because most of us don't have. I do, because I have a photographic memory, and it's a gift and it's a curse. But at the same time, because I don't forget anything, not because I'm a woman. My husband would beg to differ. My husband would beg to differ. But I don't worry anymore, because worrying, and Sandra just said, I worry about the world, what the world will be for my 5 grandchildren. Worry takes you away from being present. All you have is this moment. That's all you only have the ability to change things right here, right now, not from the past and not in the future. You must be present, Sandra. Worry is robbing you of your moments, robbing you of the ability to change things right here, right now. This universal consciousness is asking us to be more childlike, more innocent, those days where we didn't have to worry about bills and a roof over our head and food. And that's another thing that Spirit's been telling me. I've been talking to you guys about, if you don't need it, don't buy it. I just saw yesterday, we have hit inflation, the highest since, I think it's in 1993. Don't trust what I'm saying, Google it. And don't even trust Google. Just look at every possible reference that you can and make your own decision. But we are heading to where it's going to be another downfall, another downturn. And that's why I keep telling you guys, really, do you need to buy it? I have a beautiful home. My husband found this home because I was working in Alaska, and it's a beautiful home. And the price equity has increased tremendously beyond. I mean, how can we sustain this? How can we sustain this? Hear people not being able to get a home. They sell the home for all this profit, but then they have nowhere to go. Or if they have to rent or buy, it's inflated. So it's this vicious cycle we're in, people. I would be happy in a single white trailer. As long as I was warm, it was clean, and all my needs were met. I don't need a lot to be happy. And so I want you to start thinking about, do I really need this to be happy? Happiness comes from within. And I'm telling you, Spirit has been telling me that this consciousness, if you'll tap into it and give it a chance, will allow you to be happy in these moments and not worry, Sandra. That's one huge thing. Gemini's current energy towards me, he got married. Oh, I told you. You don't need a man right now, Kanika. You don't need a man right now. You don't need anybody right now. You guys right now need to know who you are. Go back into that childhood memory and go back to that innocence, seeing the world through the eyes of a child. You can have that ability to do that again. I know a lot of heavy stuff, but for me, I'd rather know than not know so I can shift. I can make the shift. If I know that we're heading down a road of financial, really, really almost over the edge of catastrophe, I know that I need to do a little more soul searching and figure out what do I need, what do I not need, and how do I spend what I do have, and how to live the life that I have currently right now rather than worrying about way into the future. All we have is this moment. I also want to talk about more cyber attacks. And the cyber attacks, I believe, are going to be on more of our infrastructure, real infrastructure. I'm talking tangible power plants. I'm really concerned about our water plants. All of that, again, is all programmed through computers. Here's that AI, artificial intelligence is coming in, these algorithms that make decisions instead of human beings helping to guide those decisions. I really see that more and more is coming. Oh, where did you go? Where did you go, Nadine? Come back to me. Give me a second. There you are. I'm coming, Nadine. Just don't worry. Stay here. So I just feel that that's coming. So, stock up on fresh water. The Mormon culture, it's not Armageddon, but they do believe in the second coming of Christ. And Mormon families have a lot of things like staples that they can um, go and like toilet paper and extra water in case something happens, they are prepared. It's funny because I saw the Mormon culture and what they're doing. And, I think that we could take a cue from that, especially in Nevada, not Nevada. Gotta have some coffee. So start stocking up on things that you can have for the long haul. I don't want to put fear into you, but I want you to be prepared. A lot of people weren't prepared, but guess what? For the COVID, rainy day was, and my husband's like, why are you buying all this stuff? I said, because I'm being told to by spirit and I am led by spirit. And can I tell you, it was a blessing because everyone's like, I even had extra food and stuff on my dining room table. And my kids would come in like, Ma, why are you buying all this stuff? I'm like, because we might need it. It's not going to go to waste. Eventually I used it, but I'm just saying, guys, and I'm not going to beat this dead horse, but I'm a little Mormon right now. What else? Oh, so I had this download about 3 months ago about crystals. And do you know that quartz crystals, and there's still quite a few watches that have a quartz crystal, that's what powers them, a quartz crystal. Crystals have such an amazing characteristic to them. I am surrounding myself now in my spiritual practice more and more with crystals, especially like Lumerians and clear quartz crystals. I just love holding them. They make, it might be in my mind, but they make me feel more connected with things I can't see, feel, hear, touch. It's almost like I'm tuning in. And it's funny because the other day I read, and I'm reading from my notes, that a time crystal, they talk about 3 dimensions and the 4th dimension of time. And I want you, because Albert Einstein is one of my guides, go on and on YouTube and watch his theory of relativity. It will blow your mind blown. And it has to do with, it's as if crystals can rearrange themselves over and over again without they're trying to rearrange crystals with lasers. They'll rearrange, but they'll turn right back to their original construct, which blows my mind. I'm kind of a science geek. And there's going to be more and more coming out about time, linear time, non-linear time. I want you guys to Google this. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, I think it's the 22nd is when my next psychic pajama party group gets together. We're going to be talking about past life regression. I am guiding a few people through some past life regression. It's 11 days. It's called Past Life Regression 11-Day Blueprint. My grandmother regressed me and my grandfather. I talked a bit about this last night on my pop-up. We're going to be talking about time and space, and how we don't evolve from cavemen. We evolve through all time and space. we jump around, that quantum leaping. So tune in, because we're going to go in depth on time. And this crystal, I'm going to do some more research about it, but this crystal and how they call it a time crystal seems very relevant in what's happening right now. And we're going to be hearing more and more from the scientific world about other dimensions, space, and time. Isn't that cool? That is so cool to me. Whales, for some reason, this morning, pictures of whales and the gray whales coming up on the shore and dying, masses of them, and scientists not understanding why. And for some reason, I think it has to do with these antennas and these things that they're putting up into the atmosphere, China and the US government. I think it's throwing their inner equilibrium off. I think they are so attuned to the sounds and frequencies more than we could ever be, that it's throwing them off. And it's just heartbreaking. I haven't had a chance to look into that, but please, please, please go out and do what I said earlier. Say a prayer that we quit destroying us. The earth isn't destroying us. The earth isn't destroying itself. We are destroying us, humans. Also, Tony Bennett. I never think of Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett, just like I said about Elton John, these are, I remember as a young child, see, going back into your childhood, I remember listening to his beautiful words, and now Lady Gaga singing with him and some other, I just love Tony Bennett. But I just feel that Tony Bennett it has one foot in the human existence and one foot out of the spirit world. And so just keep him and his family in your prayers. Not that I know him personally, but his music is really uplifting and life-changing. We're going to start having more issues with major sports teams. Loss in revenue, more and more highly political, and it's just not going to be fun to watch sports anymore for a while. Damn it. My Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team. I never loved hockey till they came here. Now I'm obsessed with hockey, but I don't even know if I want to watch that anymore. I got into the NBA because my dad is a Warriors fan. Steph Curry, dude, don't get into the political stuff. Let's just play. Can we just play, people? I know that this stuff is important. It is. We do need a shift change in our ideology and how we treat other human beings. But I really would love to watch a game without having political garbage in. I'm so sick of politics, aren't you? We already talked about the economy. Oh, and there's going to be more and more. There are some congressional representatives in the House and in the Senate that more and more is going to come out about, for some reason, I'm thinking the Speaker of the House, especially about their investments and how they've become rich and richer just by being in Congress. And so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to talk more about that maybe next Friday. But I want to talk to Nadine. Nadine, please come in. Nadine, please come closer. It's okay. Now's your time. Come on, girlfriend. So can I tell you, she has this really unique smell. When I hug her, she gives the best hugs. And she has this really unique smell. And you know what's so cute is she has a style. Like, not that she was stylish, but she kind of wore the same type of clothes every time, almost every day. It's like she wouldn't change or go outside of that comfort zone. Sandra, this is your mama coming through. Tell me if I'm on the right track, because if I'm going off the deep end, please let me know. I love her. I love her. Can I tell you that her eyes were bad most of her life, and it was like a battle. I don't think she hated her glasses, hated them. Oh my God, it's funny. I just saw spots on my own glasses. She just brought my attention to her glasses. I love her. Can I tell you that she watches over not just you, but she says, I have so many children. And not that she gave birth to them, but it could be in reference to not just your grandchildren, but others. I felt that her partner in life kind of disappointed her. And she was that person that she's all in. She is all in, but I feel a great disappointment in her partner in life. And can I tell you, she says that you're spending too much time on the computer. Sorry, gotta tell you what she's saying to me. She says, "Oh, Rainey, my daughter is so brilliant, and she doesn't even know it. My daughter does not use her capacity, her brain, her strength like she should be. Tell her to get up and get going." She feels like you're just in this very stagnant place and she wants you to start living. You're not living. Um, and it's time that you start living for you and not for others, especially your children and your children's children. She says it's not, she's showing me like Lady Justice with the two scales. She says it's very unbalanced, that you're spending too much time over here where you should be more balanced. And you have to, I mean, the lady is only as strong as the lady is internally to hold up those scales. So she's telling me, focus more on you, be more present. Oh, was that, I did say a message for you earlier. Okay, I forget because I don't hold on to this energy. Because imagine if I held on to all of this energy. Anything else, Nadine? Because I'm still going to go a little bit over, but I got to get rolling, Nadine. What is your message to her? Get healthy. Go get blood tests. I could have lived a longer life if I put myself first. Does that make sense to you, my love? Hi, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, I have a message for you. Hang in there, girlfriend. So Nadine, anything else for Sandra? Yeah, she said, please take this to heart. Please sit quietly by yourself and really do some reevaluation, is what she said. And she said she's always around you. She has a very unique smell to her. Did she used to go and get her hair done and that's about all she really did for herself? She said, go get your hair done. I love her. Thank you, Nadine, for coming through. Thank you. Thank you. Stay up on your health, Sandra. Stay up on your health. Nikki girl, I am so glad you popped in because I swear to you, about 4 or 5 days ago, my sweet friend Elisa, I popped on to see her and I saw your name there. And I thought, oh my gosh, here's a message for you, my friend, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to give too much detail away, but you've got to quit hyper focusing on your health. You're fine. You're good. You're going to be around a very long time. You're taking away your moments by hyper focusing sometimes on your health. You are good to go. Everything is working perfectly. Stay on top of it. That's all you can do. You are wasting precious time. And like I said earlier, our time, my life is 3/4 of the way finished. And I want to spend this last quarter of my life doing things in the present moment, being more present, because that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to miss a thing. And our grandbabies, our beautiful grandbabies, be in the moment, be present with them. Don't worry about your health. Everything is fine. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you for joining me as usual. I will see you. I have a lot going on. Let's see. Oh, Spirit Academy is going away. I'm happy about that. I'm going to focus more on my mediumship because I'm a hell of a medium. I can't wait to tell you. I met with this person last night. Some great things are coming my way. So it might be national. We'll see. So August 22nd at 4 p.m. is Psychic Pajama Party, where we're going to talk about past life regression, linear and nonlinear time. I'm regressing these people right now. And can I tell you, tonight is their first regression and they're so excited. I am going to keep doing those kinds of things, but more workshops, not long drawn out, development stuff. This regression thing is so exciting because you can go back in a lifetime and understand why certain things are happening in this current lifetime. We do 2 past life regressions on day 3 and day 9, and then we do a life review, and we go up into the Akashics into your current lifetime. It can tell you why your health is the way it is. It can show you why you're getting in your own way, what you're absolute purpose and path is, it can show you why you have fears. Why do I have fears going on elevators? Well, that's why maybe something happened in a past life, or why the people are in your life. Why, like my brothers, there are times where we're oil and water. I'm like, we have the same mom, we don't have the same dad. Maybe that's it, but no, there's some past life history there. And once I understood it, I was able to have a better, more improved relationship with my brother because I understand it now full circle. So we're going to be talking about past life psychic pajama party, August 22nd, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And as always, every Friday morning, 7 a.m. to about 7:35, 7:45, I talk about predictions, things that are coming up, and I do quick readings. If you have a departed loved one, and even somebody live, if I see a picture, I can really tune in. You can email that to hello@raineyday.com, RAINEYDAY.com, hello@raineyday.com. And like Sandra did, she sent me a picture of her beautiful mother, Nadine. So Nadine, thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. We'll talk more. Oh, Tarot Tuesdays, please join in at 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, where the great Michelle Tell from the Signs of Tarot and I, we do a full circle. It takes us about an hour and 10 minutes, and we go through each astrological sign, talking about love, career, and the energy surrounding it. And we answer your questions live. And we're going to be having another drawing where we pick somebody who is live and in person. We'll do a reading for you, a live 30-minute reading. So join me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that button. Will you be doing another regression class? Yeah, I'm going to be doing regressions, this 11-day past life blueprint. I am going to be doing that. But other than a lot of development classes, they're just going to be here and there. I'm not going to focus as much as I did on that. I'm kind of pulling away from that. But yes, I think in October or November, I'm going to be doing another past life regression, 11 days. It's pretty cool because after that 11 days, we do 2 follow-ups, like how are things going? Is stuff more clear? Is more stuff coming through? Because not only do we do past life regression, but we work on your energetic body and we raise your vibration through different exercises. So every day you are doing something, you get an email in your inbox and it tells you what to do for that day. Different spiritual tools and techniques to change your energy, shift your energy so that you can get those light codes downloaded, because that's what happens. That's part of what happens. That's just a little tiny portion of what happens when you go through these past life regressions. You come back into this human existence with these light codes that are forever changing. You cannot go back to the way you used to live. You just cannot. And it's all done via Zoom. You'll get it. It's live. They're not pre-recorded. We talk at the beginning and then we meditate. It's just an amazing thing. The meditations are about 2 hours long because depending on where spirit guides me, we do 2 or 3 past lifetimes in that session. And we do 3 sessions, 2 past life. And the third one is life review and going up into the Akashics, because the Akashic records, people think it's one gigantic hall. There are many, many, many different buildings in the Akashics. So we're going to quantum leap up into the Akashics for this lifetime and maybe get some questions answered. Why did I choose my parents? Why do I have this illness? Ba, 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 ba. So yes, thank you for asking that. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day. My little Luna is coming over, so I need to get ready for her. Oh, she's starting to walk, people. She's starting to walk. And Nikki, you can understand this. You can understand this. It's the joy of my life. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted, but I am making memories and I am watching her grow. And I'm so grateful that I am in a place where I can do that. So have a beautiful day. Go out and say that prayer. Connect to that universal consciousness, that universal oneness. Be present, unplug. Don't worry about what's happening in the world. Just be aware of it, plan for it, and you won't get caught off guard. Have a beautiful, joyous day. Lori Ann, bless you. Thank you for joining. Sandra, Nikki, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Kanika, thank you. Enjoy your day. Make it count.